Hey everyone, it's your boy Jose. Today, we're diving into a topic that's both mysterious and fascinating. Can animals really predict disasters? We've all heard the stories, animals acting weird right before an earthquake, tsunami, or even a volcanic eruption. Ancient cultures sure thought so. They wove tales of animals sensing impending doom, acting as messengers from the spirit world. Were they onto something, or was it just superstition? Let's dig in. Our ancestors relied on their observations of nature, including animal behavior, to survive. They observed animals fleeing to higher ground before tsunamis or seeking shelter before storms. These observations evolved into folklore, passed down through generations. These stories spark our curiosity, making us wonder if there's more to animals than meets the eye. Fast forward to more recent times, we have countless anecdotes of animals behaving strangely before disasters. There are stories of dogs becoming agitated and barking incessantly before earthquakes, birds flying erratically before tornadoes, and even fish leaping out of water before tsunamis. In 1975, in Haicheng, China, people noticed unusual animal behavior. Snakes abandoning their winter hibernation only to freeze to death in the cold, cows breaking out of their enclosures, and horses becoming agitated. These observations prompted authorities to issue a timely evacuation order, saving thousands of lives when a major earthquake struck. These stories, while compelling, are often anecdotal. They lack the rigorous scientific evidence needed to draw definitive conclusions, but they're intriguing nonetheless. They make us wonder if animals possess a sixth sense, an ability to perceive changes in the environment that humans simply can't. Could they be picking up on subtle cues that precede these catastrophic events? One of the most famous examples of animals potentially predicting disasters comes from Japan, the land of the rising sun, and apparently earthquake-predicting dogs. Japanese folklore is full of stories about the namazu, a giant catfish who lives underground and causes earthquakes. And guess what? Dogs are said to be able to sense the namazu's movements. In Japan, there's a long tradition of observing dogs for signs of earthquakes. People have reported their dogs acting strangely before tremors for centuries. Some believe dogs can feel subtle vibrations in the Earth's crust before humans can, thanks to their sensitive paws and heightened senses. While scientific evidence is still being gathered, the idea of earthquake dogs is deeply ingrained in Japanese culture. So, what does science have to say about all this? Well, it's complicated. Scientists are studying animal behavior and their potential to predict disasters. Some studies have shown that animals are more sensitive to changes in air pressure, electromagnetic fields, and even subtle ground vibrations, all of which can occur before earthquakes. For example, a study on toad behavior before the 2009 earthquake in L'Aquila, Italy, showed a significant change in their breeding patterns. The toads seemingly sensed the impending earthquake and abandoned their breeding site several days before it hit. While this and other studies provide intriguing glimpses into animal sensory abilities, more research is needed. Section 5. Supersenses, animal ESP. Some theories suggest that animals might be able to detect changes in the Earth's magnetic field, infrasound waves, those are sound waves below human hearing range, or even the release of gases from the Earth before earthquakes. These subtle environmental cues could serve as early warning systems for animals, prompting them to seek safety. Imagine if we could tap into these animal senses. It could revolutionize disaster prediction and save countless lives. But for now, it remains a tantalizing possibility, with much more research needed to unlock the secrets of animal perception. Section 6. The skeptics, party poopers, or voice of reason. Of course, not everyone's convinced. Skeptics argue that there's no concrete evidence to support the claim that animals can predict disasters. They point out that the anecdotal evidence is often unreliable and subject to confirmation bias. This means that we tend to remember and focus on instances where animals acted strangely before a disaster while ignoring the countless times they didn't. They also argue that some animal behaviors, while seemingly unusual, might have perfectly normal explanations. A dog barking excessively might just be hungry, or a cat acting skittish might just be, well, being a cat. Fair points. Skeptics, fair points. Section 7. The case for more research. Let's get scientific. So where does this leave us? In a world of fascinating possibilities, but with a healthy dose of skepticism. We need more scientific research to understand animal sensory experiences and behaviors fully. We need to design rigorous studies that control for other factors and eliminate bias. Imagine if we could definitively prove that animals can predict disasters. It would be a game changer. We could potentially develop animal-based early warning systems, giving us more time to prepare and evacuate, ultimately saving lives. Section 8, coincidence or canine clairvoyance? You decide. While the scientific jury is still out, there's no denying the compelling nature of these animal stories. They spark our curiosity, challenge our understanding of the natural world, and remind us that there's still so much we don't know. So the next time you see your pet acting a little weird, don't dismiss it as just another quirk. Maybe, just maybe, they're picking up on something you're not. Or maybe they just need a treat. Either way, it's worth paying attention. Section 9, conclusion. Stay curious, my friends. That's it for today's exploration into the world of animal premonitions. Whether you're a believer or a skeptic, one thing's for sure, the relationship between animals and natural disasters is complex and fascinating. So keep those curious minds open, and who knows what amazing discoveries we might uncover. Don't forget to subscribe, and thank you for watching.